Hey, today I'm sharing how to make the easiest royal icing to decorate your Christmas butter cookies. But that's not all. This video is extra special because my little helper will be joining me. My son stepped up to help decorate and even package these cookies beautifully as gifts for his teachers. I couldn't be prouder of him. He was so excited to make something special for his kindy teachers, and he requested to decorate these cookies by himself. He was so proud of his work, and he couldn't wait to give them to his beloved teacher. I was so touched by his thoughtfulness and creativity. Let's get started. Once the butter cookies have baked to golden perfection, let them cool completely on a wire rack before decorating. To make this easy royal icing, you will need just 4 simple ingredients: egg whites, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, gel food coloring, and all the piping bags and tips. I'm going to guide you to dive into the world of cookie decorating with a simple yet perfect royal icing recipe. This icing is a baker's dream, smooth, sturdy, and perfect for creating stunning design. Let's start to make this royal icing recipe. First step, shifting powdered icing sugar is a crucial step in making royal icing. Today we are using 300 g pure icing sugar. Make sure you choose the pure icing sugar without the corn flour, which is we normally see in the store called soft icing sugar. Shifting icing sugar to remove lumps aerates the sugar and prevents a grainy texture. By shifting, you ensure a smooth, consistent, and easily blendable ingredient. Don't skip this step if you want a flawless royal icing that's perfect for decorating cookies. Next, we need 2 fresh egg whites. We are performing very important step. Remove the egg white from the eggshell into the bowl. Separating egg whites one by one minimizes the risk of yolk contamination and ensure optimal whipping for recipes later. Include 2 egg whites into a heating-proof bowl or pot because we are going to pasteurize our egg white. Pasteurization is a process that kills harmful bacteria in egg, making them safer to consume. By pasteurizing egg whites, we can reduce the risk of foodborne illness, especially when using raw egg whites in recipes like royal icing. Alternatively, if you can purchase a pasteurized egg in food store, and you can see pasteurized should be clearly displayed on the box. If you can't find pasteurized egg whites or meringue powder, this is what we're going to do to pasteurize them at home. Place the egg whites in a heat-proof bowl and set it over a pot of shimmering water. Double boiler method. Gently whisk the egg whites constantly until they reach 70 Celsius. This process eliminates harmful bacteria. Beware, don't overcook your egg white. Once pasteurized, let the egg whites cool before using them in our recipe. Once cool, transfer the egg whites to our mixing bowl and whip them on medium-low speed until frothy. This takes about a minute. Whipping egg whites to a frothy stage before adding icing sugar helps break down the proteins, creating more stable structure that can better incorporate the icing sugar. It also ensures smooth, airy royal icing with improved volume and consistency. Then adjust the mixer to low speed and slowly add the shifted icing sugar spoon by spoon. Adjust the mixer to low speed when adding powdered sugar to egg whites prevents overmixing, deflection, and you don't want them flying around all over your mixer. This gradual approach helps maintain the delicate structure of the egg white, resulting in a stable and airy royal icing. Be patient, that needs some time, around 4 to 5 minutes. For royal icing flavoring, let's use half teaspoon of good vanilla essence. Try to scrape down the icing sugar at the side of the mixing bowl and whisk it again. Finally, increase the mixer speed to medium-high and whip until stiff, shining peaks form. Look at that beautiful glossy texture. It's like a magic in a bowl. Covering royal icing with a damp cloth is to prevent from drying out and form a crust on the surface while you work. Get ready with few of the toothpicks bowls and spatula to mix the color. Each of the color I have 2 piping bags. One is with bigger round tip and the other one with smaller round tip for stiff royal icing for any outlining or cookies. Dividing all this lovely icing into small balls and added gel food coloring using toothpick for a festive touch. So planning is important. Personally, I love gel colors if compared to the liquid colors because they are perfect and they don't tint the icing with too much water. While mixing the color, if you're new here, don't forget to click on the subscribe button on my channels so that you won't miss out any upcoming recipes. And I also do a weekly premium videos every Saturday, 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. Mix the remaining colors and put into the piping bag. Also make sure you use a damp cloth to cover all the piping pads and tips. Now I'm going to show you the tips to tint royal icing. To tint the royal icing, start by adding a few drops of water at a time to the icing and gently stir with a spatula or spoon. It's very important to add water gradually to avoid over-thinning, as it's easier to add more water than to fix runny icing. Test the consistency by lifting the spoon or spatula and letting the icing drizzle back into the bowl. It should flow smoothly for flooding, but hold a slight shape for outlining. Don't worry if you accidentally tint it too much. Shift in a little powdered sugar to thicken it again or mix it another royal icings into there. As mentioned earlier, once all the piping bags are ready, cover it with the damp cloth to avoid all the royal icings to dry out while working through the cookies. Now for the fun part, decorating. My little helper is here to bring these cookies to life together with me. Let's start with center. We do the outline for the center bit with white royal icing. Hold your piping bag at a 45 degrees angle and lift slightly as you pipe to let the icing fall naturally onto the cookies. Follow the edge of the beard and the eyebrow carefully. Don't worry if it's not perfect, you can always wipe it off and do it all over again. Carefully guide the piping bag around the edge of the cookie, applying gentle pressure. Keep the tip close to the cookie to create a clean, even line. Now let's use red thick royal icing for the outline of center hat. Once the outline is complete, let it dry for a couple of minutes. Then you can fill in the center of the cookie with more flooding icing, which is a little bit thinner than the outline icing. To do this, pipe a small amount of icing onto the cookies and spread it out with the tip of your piping bag or the toothpick to guide it through into the outline. I found using a toothpick is really handy to smooth out the icing and remove any air bubbles or even out your royal icing. Now let's do the red flooding icing for red hat of Santa Claus. Move on to the Santa Claus face, and this flash beige color you can use white, yellow and red and mix together. Once the first layer dry out, now we can pipe the eyebrow and the mustache with the white royal icing pipe into the second layer where it will pop up a little bit 2D or 3D. Pipe a little round shape with the brown royal icing in between the mustache to represent the Santa nose, and for Santa eyes is the black royal icing, 2 little tiny dots on the face. Pipe a little royal icing at the end of the Santa hat. This is to stick our edible pearl white candy or chocolate at the end of the Santa Claus hat. Look how gorgeous are they! Next design is our Christmas tree. Let's start by outlining our Christmas tree cookie. We will use a small round piping tip for this stiffer royal icing for this. Hold the piping bag upright, about an inch above the cookie. Apply gently, even pressure to the bag to start a thin line of icing. Guide the tip in a straight line down the center of the cookie to form the Christmas tree leaves. And leave the trunk with brown icing color. Now use the thinner green Christmas tree royal icing for flooding. Flood all over the Christmas tree leaves. Now it's time to add some festive sparkle. We are going to mimic Christmas ornaments using glitterbug glitters. Other Christmas designs like you can pipe using yellow icing like a decoration of the Christmas tree. Use a small round piping tip and a contrasting color of royal icing from the green. Line it between the Christmas tree. While the ornament circles, you can also use that piping bag or any sparkles. Sprinkle some edible glitter over them. You can use a variety of colors such as red, white, gold, silver, or red. And there you have it, a beautifully decorated Christmas tree cookies. These sparkling ornaments will add a touch of magic to your holiday treats. I'm sure that your kids. I'm also showing the fast-forward version of doing the bell and the star. Enjoy! They are so adorable and cute. All your guests will be impressed that you have made your own decorated butter cookies. And there you have it, a festive and delicious Christmas cookies. Remember, the key to perfect cookie decorating is patience and practice. So grab your cookie cutters, royal icing, and a sprinkle of holiday joy and let your creativity shine. Now that our cookies are beautifully decorated, it's dry and it's time to packaging them for gifting. You will need a few supplies for packaging: clear cellophane bags, gift tags, or wire or twist ties. Carefully place the cool cookies into the cellophane bag. Use a wire or twist tie to seal the bag, ensuring a tight and airtight closure. Optionally, you can also tie a colorful ribbon around the sealed bag and attach a personalized gift tag for your friends or family. Here's recap my quick and easy royal icing recipe for butter cookies decorating. Or you can go over hankery.com for printout recipe. Make sure you check out my next video, awesome handmade red velvet chocolate butter cookies for holiday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite holiday baking traditions. Happy decorating and Merry Christmas!